index card.
His notoriety stems from a series of controls versus public declarations. I think I said that right.
Read the index card.
His entrepreneurial, ambitious, necessitated, you playing with me?
No.
Substantial, personal sacrifice.
Read the index card.
The vegetarian identified an unusual, aggressive, parasitic infestation.
Read the index card.
What's this? The menu? That's how you spell menu? Okay, the menu.
Sound it out.
Individuals with extraordinarily restrictive dietary preferences.
Guys, you see the title and the thumbnail. You have this black man breaking down in tears over these black high schoolers, young men and young women out here about to face the real world where it's real serious competition, where a lot of people, the reading and writing is the least of what they can do. So they're going to be already starting off at a deficit, and this guy is literally crying about it. Now, you guys know how I feel about black men crying on camera. This guy recorded his own video and posted it, so he didn't even get caught up in a moment. This is something he willingly chose to do. So I don't really agree with that. I feel like if you want these individuals to be stronger and smarter, you have to be that. You have to lead by example. But that aside, I can see being upset. I think I'm just as upset as he is on the inside. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
So I am on my lunch break. It is, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it. I don't know. I simply don't know where the problem is. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it. Our young black men, our young brown men, our young black girls, and our young brown girls oh God.
I don't know why. I wasn't even going to mention this until I saw it at the end of the video, but I don't know why he mentioned the brown people. A lot of the so-called brown people are doing just fine. It's the black people who are out here getting the short end of the stick and have the culture that doesn't really promote education, certainly not strongly amongst the vast majority of the community. As a matter of fact, it's deemed as, you know, something's wrong with you. You're talking white, you're acting white, you're white adjacent, you know, whatever stupid thing that somebody's gonna say. I mean, I've heard stuff like that my entire life. I get stuff like that still on this channel from the very beginning of the channel all the way up until now. People have been saying that off the channel just based off the way that I talk, which I talk differently off channel. So I do my own version of code switching, but for the most part, I'm pretty much the same guy. But it doesn't matter if I'm not talking like this, man, you know, I ain't tripping like, you know, talking like with some sort of Negro dialect or something, you know what I'm saying? And people just act like something wrong with you. I could do it if I feel like it, but to me, that's just ignorant. Nobody can understand what I'm saying, and it sounds stupid, and I think it sounds stupid when other people do it, be it speaking in public, be it in music, whatever it is. There can be a benefit to it, I guess, if you're a musician and people like that, if you're in entertainment or something. But as it relates to getting anywhere in a world where people actually speak English, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think your best bet is to get as good as you possibly can at something like that, but it's not promoted in the culture. I know that people can say, well, you know, any school is going to have some kids that get bullied for being the nerds or something, but you guys don't understand. Unless you're in the black culture, you won't get it, or maybe you do, because it's strongly discouraged to be a smart kid, to get good grades. Like, you got to be the cool kids, okay? You got to be one of the, you know, cool kids out here sagging the pants, you know, doing drugs, selling drugs, having kids, you know, as early age as possible. You know, then you're the Mac, okay? You're the alpha if you're doing those things. And if you're not doing those things, then you're lame. That's pretty much the logic of the community, right? At least, again, the vast majority. So, but guys, that's just one of the issues. Okay, I've talked about that on the channel quite a bit, but that's not the only issue. One of the other issues is the way that the education system is ran, which they fought against President Trump for, and I don't know why. This issue that this guy is speaking of isn't something new. This has been well known. It's been like this my whole life. It's probably gonna far transcend when I'm long gone, because you have the government wasting money, certainly on the federal level. That's why President Trump wanted to dismantle the Department of Education. Some might be thinking, well, why would you dismantle the Department of Education if they're having all these problems? Well, it's because it's really simple. Money isn't the issue. You can throw as much money at any problem, but if you never actually address any underlying issues, then you're going to keep having the same problems. What they're doing is they're laundering the money. Take a look at this clip where they explain it in greater detail.
Let's look at the Department of Education. The Federal Department of Education has a budget of about $280 billion a year. Less than 25% goes to educating our students. So where does the other $220 billion go? It goes to a bureaucracy. It goes to a consultant, and that consultant then donates money back to the Democrats, and then it goes to a different consultant, and then it goes to an NGO. I mean, it is money laundering and money churning at its absolute best, and you can look at almost every single agency and you will find it. So the brilliance of DOGE isn't that he's going in and cutting spending. He doesn't have the authority to do that. We're the ones that have the authority to do that. What I want him to do is come up with a report, go through agency by agency by agency, identify every single program that we should not be funding, put a number attached to it. We slap a preamble on the front of that report, and we say that every single agency is having their budget cut by X amount as shown in the attached report, and none of those programs can go forward from here on out.
And this is why Democrats are losing their minds over Elon Musk. It's all about money.
This is what's been happening. These are the type of things that I like exposing on this channel, because you have all of these issues. You got literal black men who can't hold back tears because they're so upset at the state of our youth that's on the come up. You know, this is the next generation after people like me on the come up, and a bunch of them can't read or write. You talk about, oh, the brown kids. Forget the brown kids for a second. I'm talking about the black kids, because we already know what it's about. He's trying to sound non-biased. It's really the black kids, most of them. That's how it was when I was in school. I didn't even get good grades, but guess what? people got worse grades than me. I got good grades in college, but in high school, I was terrible. And guess what? The other kids were worse. They were flunking out, having to take night school, having to walk the next year in the summer. I mean, all sorts of stuff. Couldn't write papers, short essays. Couldn't do it. Couldn't pass I'm in Georgia, the Georgia high school graduation test, like the easiest test ever. Couldn't pass it. Crazy stuff, guys. But it's really unfortunate. You know, I want the youth to do better too. Believe it or not, one of the reasons I post a lot of these things on this channel, I think the smart people understand. Some of the people who think more with emotions aren't going to get it. But I showcase bad, stupid things people do, people getting killed, black people getting killed, locked up, making a fool of themselves, to demonstrate, hey, don't be these people. This is not what black culture is, or certainly not what it should be. Yo, you don't like black culture? I don't like foolishness. I like good things. I like positivity, success, anything that is good for growth, right? I like people that are God-fearing. I don't like all this other nonsense that I'm seeing with guns and, and sex and drugs and, booty shaking, whatever it is that is degenerate, not speaking proper English, not learning how to read and be good at academia, something that is imperative to your success if you follow any sort of traditional path. And not to mention, even if you are an entertainer, getting your finances up once you start building wealth, so you can actually start having that money grow on its own without you having to be a performer the rest of your life. These are things that are imperative for everyone to be successful. And I'm hoping that more people understand that. It's unfortunate that some people are struggling, but the good news and the silver lining is there's going to be some people who really choose to level up on their own, even outside of this. You can't really tell how things are going to turn out from high school, because I guarantee you a lot of people, if they would have known me back then, would have been like, they can't believe who the heck I became later on in life. But I will say this, I certainly knew how to read and write by the time I graduated high school. But anyway, these are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle 655, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, Pinecone 6, and Arcano. Always appreciate you.
So God bless you. Congratulations, you guys. You're amazing. Congratulations. You guys are amazing. Okay? Know it.